Hundreds of geese were found dead in a quarry. Meanwhile, a borough will lose out on U.S. Steel's property taxes for a couple of years. A bill granting genetic privacy protections has advanced. Also, a dog found abandoned in a box gets a new home. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. Hundreds of snow geese were found dead in a Northampton County quarry, reports PennLive. And the State Game Commission stated on Tuesday that the avian flu is suspected to be the reason behind their deaths. The avian flu outbreak first began in the U.S. back in 2022. It's since affected both wild and domestic birds in every state. Cases in Pennsylvania specifically surged sharply in late 2024 and the beginning of this year. If you encounter any sick or dead birds, you're urged to report them to the Commission. The Commission also confirmed it's coordinating the removal, testing, and disposal of these geese. Further information on this story remains pending. North Braddock Borough receives a little more than $79,000 in property taxes a year from U.S. Steel, reports Pittsburgh's Action News 4. And officials said that their tax collector quite recently received a stipulation decision from Allegheny County that found that the valuation of the land owned by U.S. Steel had decreased by 53%, meaning that $79,000 is expected to go down by about $42,000. Borough Manager Corey Ruff explained that North Braddock won't be seeing any tax money from U.S. Steel for the next couple of years, as it was granted tax credits for 2024 and 2025 as part of the stipulation. Their tax payments will resume in 2028, but still, this will greatly affect the borough's budget, prompting officials to see how to make up for the loss. Borough leaders are reportedly thinking over an appeal of this decision. Said Borough Council President Lisa Franklin Robinson, quote, "We have advocated for them to be here. We see them as a good community partner, and yet for them to reassess and take that kind of money away from our tax base, it limits us." U.S. Steel, on its end, said it'll be monitoring the tax situation in Allegheny County to make sure its contributions, quote, "are fair and accurate." Right now, we live in a world where companies like 23andMe exist, companies that can find ways to make money with consumers' genetic data, states the Center Square. As this industry, and the worries that come with it, continues to grow, State Representative Danilo Burgos made the decision to sponsor a bill that would grant genetic data privacy protections to consumers. Essentially, the bill would require companies to be transparent about how they use this data, and it would force companies to get express consent from people before it's used in other ways or given to third parties. This bill advanced Tuesday through the House thanks to a unanimous vote. Further information on its progress remains pending. Last week, an employee at the Pennsylvania SPCA in Philadelphia noticed a box outside of the shelter, says NBC 10. The box was sealed, and it was moving. When the worker opened the box, they found a dog inside, left abandoned in the 30-something degree weather. The dog, later named Tangy, was at first placed on a stray hold, meaning the shelter waited to see if an owner came forward to take her back. No one did. But don't worry, this story has a happy ending. Tangy has been adopted, wrote the SPCA on Facebook, quote, "We are so excited for her new chapter to be filled with love, snuggles, and adventures." That's all, folks. For even more news, visit PennLive.com, and please don't forget to leave this podcast a rating and to email me at todayinpa@PennLive.com with any thoughts you may have. Thanks ahead of time, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and tomorrow is Friday's episode of Today in PA.